This is supposed to be the part where my intro music is, but I'm making this video on my phone really quick, so I don't have it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to jump right into this video. Jeffree Star has come forward and released his video on the whole James Charles Tati situation. It's been highly anticipated. Everybody's been waiting for this. It is totally not what we thought it was going to be. It's pretty short compared to Tati's 2 videos that she's put out about the situation so far, and James's video from yesterday, which I've already done a video on that one. So go check out my video, The Vindication of James Charles, if you haven't seen it yet, because it's going to help a lot for this video. You might not know what's going on if you just jump straight in. So basically, James Charles put out his video yesterday, with all his proof and his screenshots and his video clips and all his irrefutable evidence, and evidence that could have been faked, but I really don't believe he would have faked it. And the way he executed his video yesterday and articulated everything sounded like he knew what, like he took his time to put together that video and to put together his response to everything. And all this joke about, oh, James and his legal team, like, I feel like they really may have gotten on that with him, because he pulled some hard facts. He pulled some stuff, like video clips and just like bunches of screenshots. He addressed pretty much everything in his video. His subscriber count started to go back up, and Jeffree and Tati's subscriber counts started to go down. So in his video yesterday, he basically said, you know, Tati could have went about the whole situation differently. She tried to look so sweet and so, oh, I'm coming from such a caring place, but then did some really shady stuff, including spinning the story about him going after straight men like she warned him people would do. And he basically said, you know, she warned me that people could do exactly what she did and take my story and spin it around and make it sound like something else, which was making him sound very predatory. So then Jeffree came forward and he started saying stuff about how James was like this predator, and he like went after Nate's brother, even though James had clips of Jeffree basically telling him like, hey, you should try talking to Nate's brother. Like, he's kind of straight, you know, like that's like your type. And his video was very well put together. Like, I cannot stress that enough. His video was very well put together. He touched on a lot of points. He addressed all his allegations very professionally and very classy. And I honestly feel like maybe there was like a cease and desist or some type of legal action taken by James Charles to get them to stop the defamation and slander of his name. And he mentions defamation a lot in his video yesterday, which is why I feel the way I feel. So Jeffree Star put out a tweet and he put out a Snapchat story yesterday addressing James's video and basically saying that, like, we don't know the half of the story, and like he's trying to make him look like a liar and like spin his character to look completely different, and that Jeffree had screenshots stacked and like all this evidence, and he was ready, and like he was going to be releasing a video about it, and we were going to hear his side of the story finally. And you know, there's always 2 sides of the story, and we were finally getting Jeffree's side of the story in the video that would be coming out. And then today happens, and the video comes out, and he titled "Never Doing This Again," and basically went on to say that he wasn't going to be showing any screenshots or any proof or any evidence or spilling any type of tea whatsoever, and that he was no longer going to be doing drama, and that it was out of place of him to put his 2 cents into it from the jump. Like, he should have just stayed out of it, was basically what he said. That he should have been more mature and he should have stayed out of it. And he's right, because it didn't have anything to do with him. It was clearly between Tati and James. And so then he goes on to say that he was being like fed stuff about James. Like, people were putting these thoughts and ideas in his head, and like that was making him react crazy and like feel the way he feel and like say the things that he said about James and to Ian, because he wasn't addressing how nasty he was being towards them until James pulled the screenshots out. But he also didn't deny it once everything came out. He didn't deny anything from James's video, except basically saying that he wasn't a liar, and that he wasn't going to let him, like, ruin his image with all this stuff and all this drama. And honestly, it sounds like he may be a little bit scared of what James has on him, because, James showed us just the direct response to all the allegations against him. He could have went on and, like, shown a bunch of stuff, I'm sure, and didn't do that. Like, didn't expose Jeffree too hard, but basically was like, this is the person that you're seeing on Twitter and on Instagram and on Snapchat talking all this crap about me, and this is how they're really handling the situation off camera towards me. They could have spoken to me in private about it. They refused to. They basically went and took everything public, never addressed the situation to me. And I think Jeffree was scared that this was going to ruin his character and that maybe legal action was going to be taken. I feel like he did this as a move to save himself and save his career, but I don't think it was a wise decision, going and basically saying that you were going to expose James and spill all this tea and show everybody the truth, and then you turn around and basically say, I'm backing out of this now. I'm not going to tell my side of the story. I'm just going to keep everything to myself. Like, I should have kept it to myself. And it's almost like he's taking a page right out of Gabby Zamora's book from last year's scandal against Jeffree Star, when Gabby basically said, I was being led by Laura and Manny. I didn't even know Jeffree like that to have my own beef with him. Jeffree's now trying to make it sound like he was being led on by other people to feel how he felt about James, and that's why he was talking to James the way he did, and, like, went on to apologize to Ian for the public display of nastiness on his Twitter account, where he went and basically told Ian to shut the fuck up when he was tweeting about something that had absolutely nothing to do with Jeffree or this situation whatsoever. So basically, it's almost like he's trying to deflect the blame. Like, oh, this wasn't my fault. I didn't know. I wasn't being intentionally nasty like this. Like this was everybody else saying stuff and putting things in my head, and I overreacted and I was immature about it, and I'm sorry, and now I'm not going to do that anymore. And yeah, Jeffree's known for owning up to his shit, and this was kind of him owning up to his shit, but I feel like he could have done this video better. He could have maybe shown us some evidence or something to show that he's not a liar, because now he just looks like a liar, and like his career was being threatened, and so he's just completely trying to retract everything he said, like almost like he's scared of James. And I just think it's crazy, because I love Jeffree Star. Do not get me wrong. I like that video today of him so like poised and soft-spoken and like very like, I'm not gonna do drama and like I'm bigger than this and better than this. Where was that energy yesterday, sis? Because yesterday you were ready to tear a bitch down and expose people and bring all your receipts out, and now it sounds like you were almost threatened to not be able to bring your receipts out, and now you're just trying to play like the patron saint of YouTube and act like you never should have had a hand in this drama in the first place, and that you're like so sorry and don't wish hate on anyone and blah blah blah. But like yesterday you were ready to wreck careers until yours was being threatened. I don't know. I think shit was all fun and games and like, oh yeah, let's get James Charles canceled, until you saw your subscriber count going down because he pulled out his evidence and people started to side with him again. And then it became really serious for you, and you were like, oh, let me back out of this. I'm surprised. I'm disappointed. Like, you always own up to your shit. You're Jeffree Star. Like, keep it 100. We know. But this particular situation, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. I love Jeffree, and I hope this doesn't ruin his career, but I know a lot of people aren't happy about this situation, and a lot of people in the comments weren't buying the story that Jeffree was selling tonight. So, yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you think below. Whose side are you on? Where do you stand? Are you Tati? Are you team James? Are you team Jeffree? Are you team everybody should just shut the fuck up? Are you tired of hearing about this? Because I'm tired of hearing about it, and I think a lot of other people are tired of hearing about this. This has been all you can find on the internet for like the past 2 weeks. So is this finally the end of the James Charles scandal? Is his career now vindicated? Is Tati going to go back down to her 5 million subscribers? What's going to happen to Jeffree Star? I don't know. Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z. Just kidding, y'all. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this whole situation down below. Let me know where you stand on this whole Team Tati, Team James, Team Jeffree, Team Shut the Fuck Up, all that good stuff. All right, bye. This is also supposed to be where my outro music is, but because, it's on my phone, I don't have it. So like, subscribe, comment. Okay, see you later.